It just occurred to me to kind of perhaps ponder. We have our new Jolt converter, right? And it's supposed to go ahead and actually give our guests some energy. But I've not really thought about how that could work. And also, a magnifying glass? A magnifying glass, you say, because I am absolutely here for a magnifying glass. Where could I actually find it? Because I'm quite intrigued at the information that I have just received. And give me the magnifying glass already. Oh, and the Judgment Clouder is on fire. Oh my gosh, and there it is. You guys, it's a magnifying glass. It's so cute. Oh my word, I have no idea how I'm going to justify putting a magnifying glass inside of our troll temple. You know what? Maybe I could put it over in this hall, and we might have a couple more just display pieces in the hall, kind of next to our analysis area. That could actually make sense. Also, how is there a golden molar thief here in our museum? All right, let's go ahead and see what's going on. And then maybe I can, you know what? I should have our security robots go ahead and tackle down these molar, like mole people. Well, actually, are they mole people? I really don't want to make assumptions because I don't want to be rude. But where did that person go? Were they over here? Are they? Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Get him. All right, and another thief. Okay, all right. Oh, Agent C, good job, Agent C. I'm so glad that you were able to go ahead and come over. And what is this? Oh my gosh. Well, friends, welcome back to the Eureka Science Station, where the good news is I think we're getting close to being able to at least get the science buzz, then maybe some of the money to no longer have this entire place be falling apart, and get a little bit closer to being able to come on and get my helicopter back, since we have now run out of helicopters. Also, we did create another mulch-o-matic that I'm not sure anybody is actually tending to, and it appears that we have piles of electrified slime everywhere. Just a simple kind of schedule to start the day as we go ahead and we prepare for even more expeditions and adventures here at the Eureka Science Oasis. Yeah, this is totally not the kind of normal I had in mind, I'm gonna be honest. Oh my gosh. But all right, so now that we've figured out how to do some very speedy minecart adventures with Eureka Lord Thunder as they zip down into the Upper Antique Archives, we're going to actually send them out on an expedition to do that, because we need to get a little bit more science buzz, and we also need to go ahead. Apparently people want to donate to my mulcher. I'm not going to ask questions. Just provide what will hopefully be a nice spot for them to go ahead and sit. Maybe learn more about my plants in a little bit here. Not entirely sure how or why they would want to do this, but I'm not going to ask questions. Let's see. Also, the Robocharger 2 is on fire. Ah, this could explain why we have very strong variables in our science buzz going up and down. Where is my firefighter for Campia? Our lost and finder? Okay, where's my firefighter? Are you my firefighter? Oh my gosh, firefighter for Campia, I'm so glad that you are able to go ahead and extinguish these fires a little faster. I really need to, where's my science person in charge of this zone, by the way? Because I really think they need to be wearing a specific outfit that lets me catch them faster, so that we can prevent these fires. The best way to prevent your fires is to prevent the staff in charge. Let's make sure that maybe our scientists are not giving the fire scientists with science are not giving this tour. What? Firefighter Erica, could you maybe go ahead and take care of this? I need to really assign my firefighters to specific zones, because if they aren't assigned to specific zones, then they decide that the other firefighters can apparently take on things. Also, somebody is willing to pay $27,000 for our Alien Cat Cafe ad. That's our very first Cat Cafe ad. I'm going to hold on to it. Since we're going ahead, we're actually capturing our criminals? We're capturing our criminals for once. We're actually bringing home some of our new pieces. Okay, flying machine. Did that complete the exhibit? It did. And now that unlocked the lower antique archives. Woo! The first rule of burying one's treasure is to put the best stuff at the bottom. Bungle did just that with their second of 2 vaults filled with scientific antiques. Oh, what's this? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have classic contraptions that we still have not discovered. And then, the Crystal Caves! Bungle discovered an abundance of organic sparkling substances that they would name crystal moss. They quickly found it had a number of rare scientific applications, as well as being delightfully shiny. And we need to have a janitor qualified in level 2 mechanics to be able to go in there. I am so excited because I'm pretty sure with that moss and the gold truffle nuggets that we have discovered, mixing them together will create none other than the Robo Charge Master, which is something we've been looking to, and then run a tour containing 3 classic contraptions with a rating of over 4.0, and then run a tour containing 3 with over 3.0. So the memory labs and our medical labs are probably still locked up for a good reason. But we can go to the lower antique archives now. We would need to try not to get sludged. We would need to try not to have things blow up on us. Also, getting lost in the labyrinth is a potential problem. Well, we might get sludged or lost. But Eureka Lord Thunder might also be able to go in. Do a bit of an expedition. I guess we could do a speedy expedition even if we don't discover too much about it at the moment, just because building the contraptions, what makes them pristine is when we manage to get them completed. And if we're gonna have the classic contraptions, we could have them over here, but I've been thinking of turning this area into like a robot zone. And I've been thinking we could probably have this big giant zone down here turned into a little bit of a abandoned archive town sort of setup. Technically that sounds really cool. I don't know if I can pull it off because I was thinking we could fill it up with prehistoric ghost or like, you know, ghost, which the prehistoric ones would be our cave ghost. But I was thinking if we had like an old library over here, that could look pretty cool. Also, what the heck? Are you already back with that, like, why this helicopter? Wait, are both my helicopters functional now? Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. Okay, we're gonna see if I can, okay, why are you on fire again? My jolt converter, why? Okay, this could be very concerning because I don't know if both of our helicopters will actually work at the moment. Also, this is a bandage basket. The precursor to the modern-day bandage box, this early model offered most of the same treatment with a wooden paneling and much more discomfort. I see. Thank you for letting me know about that. Also, terrifyingly, I don't think I can actually direct my staff to this particular plane. And also, we're about to have that Mulchamatic explode on us. This has already exploded on us. Where? My jolt converter! Okay, look. I need to get my scientists in order here because they're really not behaving themselves, and I'm really perplexed because apparently we can have another helicopter. Can I end up with 3 helicopters? Wait a second. Is that going to be like my special reward? Can I actually end up with 3 helicopters? Because we have a helicopter right here that we can go ahead and we can get another one of for 1,000 smackadoos, 100,000 actually, that we might think about. But when I sent the expedition out, if you noticed, we were actually able to go ahead and use the other helicopter. I have a lot of questions. This could get very interesting. Let's go on another speedy expedition there. And is this how one uses a potentially broken moment to their benefit? Because if so, I'm going to very quietly have no complaints. I say, oh no, look, the helicopter's already in use. It's still busted, friends. It's still busted. Ah, well, that did seem like it would be a very intriguing potential experiment. But we had another one of our things blow up, which was not part of the plan. My jolt converter is now, well, jilted, I suppose. We have our Robo Mod Stop, our DNA designer. We need to start getting more metals. I guess the time has probably come to potentially start spending more of our money on, well, there's our Robo Janitor, Robo Security. Has the time potentially come? Do we have, which one of these? I don't think we have any of these pieces, that the interactive displays that are devoted to science, because the interactive displays truly are more like the workshops that we have. And maybe we'll go ahead and we'll have a new Robo Charger, just a plain one. The Charge Master, I think we'll have just a small normal Robo Charger, because we do need more science buzz. And now, good job, cave biologist Tickle Tipson. You actually were not the person I was supposed to send out. A locomotive! Yes, this is perfect for what we were just talking about, though, for making like a little steampunky zone. Also, unfortunately, that appears to have started to wreck our, oh dear. And there, see, there's like a whole bunch of the electric sludge on this side. And then we're going to wiggle over and maybe start the locomotive here. It wants to be next, it hates litter. Well, I have bad news. And I wonder if we can make like a little staff room back here that we can possibly put like some staff rest areas into. Maybe we can go ahead and yeah, maybe we can get some staff rest areas in here. Maybe a library for the staff to train at. And maybe a spot where our robots could either go inside and recharge, or can they be outside during the whole day? Like, I hadn't thought about that. We might need to make it a little bigger, unless, really? Okay, well, I'm sure that'll be fine. All right, so this may be technically a staff zone. We're gonna start it off as one. And I think that this could be an interesting idea. Potentially. Because what if we come over and we have the staff in here, maybe even a little map area display with a quick bathroom that guests can visit, and then some of our janitorial robots, and then some like old time salons and hotels and other things that really reflect the idea of having our ghost over in that zone that can maybe teach us about some of the library bits they've got. Also, let's see, Robo Charger 3. I'm gonna put the Robo Charger 3 over here, and or should I put it out in the hallway? Or like over here, so it can be like, oh, you can come and see one of our security guard robots. We'll put it over here for a minute. And then I want to make sure that it stops blowing up. So let's make sure that we have a scientist dedicated to the Field Research HQ to possibly stop things from blowing up. Cave biologist Tickle Tipson, you have the touch of Midas. You are not dedicated to restorations. No wonder it keeps blowing up. Oh my gosh. And we send our cave biologist out quite often, so that might also be a problem. Do we have like a little ooh, antibacterial and immune to illness is amazing, but breaking the toilet every time you run into said toilet area, not amazing. Do we have a new scientist we can maybe have help out with maintaining these science things? We don't want a dull applicant. All right, let's see if we can just grab an assistant to the Midas, the very egotistical, perhaps, a Midas touched. There we go. And we'll get a robo janitor started to get built, and we're gonna go ahead. Let's go over to the Orphle Quarry with maybe, Tinker Deck Pine, maybe? And we'll have you do a speedy trip, maybe a detailed trip. Just bring me back a ton of that metal, please. While I go ahead and figure out how to get another robot janitor and possibly a new applicant for our staff. I would really love maybe an eloquent, good at restorations. We need a good at restoration science person. That's what it is. All right, delicate, dull, even if you have very happy thoughts, maybe not who we're looking for in a scientist. A loyal person who vomits at the sight of vomit, but moves quickly. Can I work on that? Im Hansen, you're hired. Because I think we can work with that. Im Hansen, we're actually going to not have you do tours, but you are going to help either analyze things, you can help out in the workshop, you're also going to help out with going ahead. Okay, the aquarium is dirty and needs more water filters. Oh boy. Oh my good gravy! We have so many water dragons! Good job, water dragons. I did not notice how many of you there were. Let me maybe clear that up a little bit. I'm very proud of all of you. You've done great. And then our janitor is done being constructed, which and other odd statements that you might find yourself saying. Okay, and where were we? Where did my newest hire go? You know, when you have to drop one of your new hires so that you can run as quickly as you possibly can to save all of your water dragons from overbreeding, you know you're kind of in an interesting situation. And Im Hansen, you're actually going to be, how about microbiologist Im Hansen? Because, there we go. Because you actually are going to be working on tidying up the dusty bits. I hope. Okay, that's a space thing. That's a space thing. Can you restore this maybe? Or, okay, and I'm also going to assign you, all right, having the well-meant excitement of trying to like get your staff assigned into the correct places is great. Our new microbiologist, we're going to give you a little bit of a pay raise because we are finally, yes, we have so much money now. I am so ready now that we have the legendary item, and I guess that's what we needed. So ready to work on this. And then you're out on break because I don't think you have anything else to do. But if you're on break and you don't have anything else to do and you're at headquarters, guess what, friends? That means that you might have time to go ahead and maybe use the computer to discover new skills. All right, let me get some coffee down and then move more things all around. Okay, too near. Hang on. This is kind of the usual Siri issues of like, oh wait. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get all this working. So now we have coffee and water in the staff room. Maybe instead of the TV for the button masher. Okay, the button masher increases happiness though. Oh, and a manual override. Well, hang on. I don't think she listens to me. Oh, I can't even get my computer done anymore. Okay, let's see what the plan is. Okay, I have a plan that should probably, hopefully work. You know what? I really think that she and I are of the same build. It did in some of my simulations anyway. You should be able to manually override the Haywire supercomputer. You just need to make it safely to the Bungle mainframe with a team of science experts and robo-security guards. The future of Bungle Tech and the health of the Oasis relies on you. Good luck. Okay. And also the mole people. Right. So let's go ahead and we're going to take care of a couple more things before the end of the day. Those things being our staff so that they can feel how much we truly care about them, how much we value their day, and how much we really hope that maybe by providing them with lots of comfortable options, let's see about, how about, yeah, we'll, I mean, this is supposed to be kind of like a cool temple area, to be honest. So maybe making it, okay, maybe making it plant themed is just kind of pushing my plant agenda yet again. I won't lie. However, it's gonna make me happy. All right, we've got a couple things of food that everyone can have, and we'll get a staff notice board in. Maybe it's like the Midas Touch notice board, and it just has lots and lots of notes from our staff about like, all right, don't let the Midas curse people of our staff room take over all of the best snackies. It's not fair. And then, maybe we'll put in at least a couple of, I'm hoping we can get at least a couple of these computers so that people can enjoy being able to get their experience up on their own. We're just trying to go ahead and make sure people feel really encouraged. Let's see. Should I let them? Yeah, maybe over here, and then let's get another one of the computer systems. Oh my gosh, they have adorable different desks. That's really cute, actually. I didn't know that. They've got big books, or they've got like, I wish you could upgrade the desks so that they could have more swag on them, kind of like the swag that shows up on, kind of like the swag that will show up in bulk with the marketing room. That's what I was trying to think of. I got kind of excited about the little swag. I had to focus for a second. All right, and maybe you can enjoy like a microwave meal, and this should be a pretty nice, yes. And of course, the expedition trunks should provide you with a lot of insight into some of the adventures you can go on. And if we really, if I turn that, that's probably gonna block something. What about an expedition trunk at the end of this stable? Well, that's one way to go ahead and get the staff room completely redone. Ooh, and look at that! Now we're having a little bit of ramen over at the microwave. But this is the glory of what having a legendary item or two in your museum apparently can offer you. Because now, look at this nice staff room everyone can come over. Maybe they can relax at. Please, please don't have my wonderful fish. Oh my gosh! I don't know what's going on here. We've got to fix this. I think I need more marine life experts to go ahead and take care of things. I definitely need more janitors. Is that all I have for this tiny bathroom? People are starving to death. This escalated kind of quickly. Diver Adelaide Faye, how you doing? I think that you're about to become like an expert diver after you finish restocking this. I think I might kind of, you know, yoink you up and go ahead and give you more of the fish whispering ability so that you can actually, oh my gosh, is there seriously, okay, look, this is a little far away. I don't even think these guys eat flake food. I really don't think we needed to worry about that one. And maybe we can go ahead and upgrade this fish food dispenser. Poor Adelaide Faye, the energy goes way down when you're hanging out with these zapper fish. So probably I should be working with them a little bit more too. Probably, okay, if I want to give you energy, I probably should not drop you over there. Let's go ahead and, there you go. Take a break real quick. Maybe get a bit of energy back. How would you like to do that? Your choice. Collapsing on the couch, excellent option. As soon as you're done, we might go ahead and start training you in how to move even faster in those aquariums so that hopefully, did you just find that? Okay, that donut was inside the couch. I never noticed that before. Pretty adorable, in a way. except for the fact you ate it. Maybe a little less adorable, but we're gonna get fish whispering too with Adelaide Faye so that, you know, we can move a little faster in those aquariums. But otherwise, friends, welcome back. I had a little guinea pig coughing fit, and we went ahead, finished updating the staff room to hopefully keep the staff on top of things, including going and keeping them on top of this new robo-charger contraption. Would really like to get that taken care of so that it doesn't blow up as much, which means less rust. So now that we have the robo-charger and more metal, I think we're gonna see if we can send someone on an expedition for the anti-rust perk, because I think there's only one spot we can find an anti-rust perk, and I think out of everybody we've currently got available, Eureka Lord Thunder, we might have to worry about the subterranean tremor if you don't have the skills though, but everybody else is kind of working on restoration. All right. We're gonna send you out, and we're just gonna have to hope that it's gonna be okay. Or actually, let's send out Chemist Dragon King and Secret Keeper Pandora's Box. Oh my good gravy, you have been working that coffee kiosk and you are ready to like go on these expeditions. This would only be like a five expedition day because of that boost with pilot wings. So you guys go out, maybe we'll get an anti-rust perk so that we can stop having this explode on us. Can I call a science expert? Oh, that's right. We did get another science expert. Oh, thank goodness. See, my guinea pig coughing fit just has my head going all akimbo. Phew. Okay, so Robo Janitor. I'm not sure what we're going to name this one. I kind of want Grout because of a temple, but that seems a little rude. All right, come on out. There we are! Hello, you! You're gonna repair the troll grab game right away? Good job! I'm gonna have you stay over here, and you're gonna be a basic model for now. But maybe, I mean, you're removing debris. What about Trolley? Because it's over here taking care of the little troll grab area. That's adorable, actually. And now we have a new one of our little robot janitors. You're gonna stay in the field HQ area, double checking that zone's good. Phew, and there's at least a bit of a start, friends. There's a bit of a start. And fingers crossed, we'll be able to prevent this robocharger from blowing up. I think we're going to let guests maybe get a knowledge boost when they come and see it, and a knowledge boost when they come see our temple troll. And slowly but surely, I'm hoping we'll be able to upgrade a few more of these pieces. Haha! New anti-rust perk? Anti-rust perk, perhaps? That'd be really awesome. No, but Buzz Boost is okay. All right, so we have a plan. We have a plan! The Panopic pillar is on fire again. One of my plans needs to be possibly, maybe, this sounds like a good idea, getting our firefighting janitors sorted so that they will stop. Okay, Firefighter Indigo, hi. Are you assigned to any particular spot? Because probably we're gonna take you straight onto extinguishing fires is gonna be like your whole thing. Is this out? You guys, it's not, okay. Maybe we'll look for that lava fish next time, as well as celebrate the arrival of a new helicopter. That sounds great. That sounds great. And like, slowly but surely, at least we have the money going up. Money go up, problems go down. You heard it here first, friends. Let's sit in the staff room to hide from all this for a moment, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.